everybody and welcome to That's Football. Manchester City lose on the opening day at Tottenham, 1-0 to Tottenham. I just want to say straight away on a positive, Lucas Moura, absolutely superb today. I know he didn't score the goal, but sometimes, Son will take the plaudits because he scored the goal, but I thought Lucas Moura was comfortably the best player on the pitch. His touch, his speed. I know consistency is a problem with him at Spurs, but if he could play like that for 75% of the season, Spurs would be a much better side. And maybe Nuno can get that out of him because he was brilliant today. Absolutely superb. That's my pick. On a day where Son scored the winner, where Grealish is a £100 million player and all that jazz. And I just want to say about Jack Grealish as well. Look, let's call him a flop. Let's have the banter. Let's wind City fans up. Brilliant. I love all that. Absolutely fantastic. But he doesn't look right in a Man City shirt for me. I understand why he's gone to Villa because I understand why he's left Villa because Man City were willing to pay the fee that Villa didn't think they would pay. Nobody else wanted him. It's Pep Guardiola. It's Man City. I can understand why Grealish has gone there. But look, we'll have to see how it works out. I think he'll be a good signing for them, but I think it's going to take a long time for that to settle because it's a very different way of playing for Grealish at Manchester City. And does it make them stronger or not? I mean, it's a big pressure on Pep. It's a big pressure on Grealish. Let them crack on. The more points they drop, the better, because Man City are a very good side. They're the champions. And look, as a United fan, and I'm sure Liverpool and Chelsea fans feel the same, that is fantastic. I mean, even Leicester fans might feel the same. Fantastic that Man City have dropped points. And I can only give credit to Nuno and Spurs. I don't think that's a journey that's going to go well. But on opening day, with the fans in the ground, I think the fans were massive again as well. They were galvanised. Spurs totally deserved to win it. You can win a game against City and get a bit lucky. I don't think Spurs got lucky. If anything, it should have been 2-0. I don't think City played well apart from the first 15 minutes. I think Spurs settled. I was worried about them in the first 15 minutes, but they settled, they battled, and they had the better chances and the better attacks. So they totally deserved to win it. City made change after change and it didn't work. And the funny thing is you're always going to get people going in on Grealish, but what about Sterling? What about Mahrez? What about Torres? They were probably worse than Jack Grealish, but of course he's the £100 million signing. That's how it works. He's going to get the headlines. Even the bloody Sky Sports were putting the camera on him, but the reality is Sterling was shit, Torres was shit, and Mahrez was shit as well. But Man City were not good. They didn't deserve to win it. Do I think that means Man City are not going to be fighting for the title? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think City started the season that well last year. There's plenty of games. There's 37 points to go. Man City could win every single game and still win the league. Arsenal will be happy. There's no Invincibles, and I don't think anybody can do the Invincibles apart from Man City. So Arsenal fans will be unhappy, but happy because Man City are probably the biggest threat to that invincible thing for whatever it means. But obviously they won't be very happy that Spurs have won. But I thought it was. I don't think Pep can have any complaints. We've seen teams this weekend probably drop points because of the Euros and not being prepped. I mean, we saw Leeds yesterday, couldn't play Calvin Phillips. Other players have missed out because of the Euros and not being prepared. But when you look at Man City's bench and you look at their starting lineup, I mean, for Pep to say we're a bit cold and we weren't prepared, I mean, bloody hell, their 9 subs would beat most teams in the Premier League if they played 9 against 11. They're that good. So Man City today were off, and Pep's got to take the blame for that. They just never got going. And again, I've said it, look at the weekend. We've had no draws on an opening weekend. I mean, that won't happen very often. 3 away wins, 7 home wins, and I don't think that's a surprise because I think the away wins, West Ham, Liverpool and Brighton, they were the better teams in those games. But in the home wins, I just think the crowds have had a massive part to play. They've pumped up the home team and they've demoralised and sort of intimidated the away team. And Man City looked intimidated today. And Spurs, to be fair, Eric Dyer's playing at centre-back. Davinson Sanchez playing at centre-back. They've got mistakes in them. Under Mourinho, they lose that game. So well done to Nuno. And I mean, look, the team talk probably takes care of itself. You can tell them to be organised. You can tell them where to stand on set pieces. But ultimately, the big elephant in the room is Harry Kane. Where is Harry Kane going to go? He's not even on the bench today. And I think at times today, Spurs with Harry Kane would have won that game. Because at times today, especially in the first half, Spurs looked like they had no end product at all. Harry Kane's still going to go to Man City. That is still going to happen. Of course it is. But I think that ultimately, at the end of the day, we are in a situation whereby Manchester City have ended up losing that game and Spurs have ended up winning that game because they are the better team. And Harry Kane has got a decision to make. I think he has. Of course he has. But I think that ultimately where Man City go from here is that they'll buy Harry Kane. They look like they needed a striker today. That looked like a very different Man City to the one I've seen for the last couple of years. It looked like it was becoming more anglified. You know, Grealish to me doesn't scream out that he suits Pep's system better than a Bernardo Silva does. Yet that's the way they're going. Harry Kane doesn't scream out that he suits their system better than Aguero did, but that's the way they're going. Maybe we're going to see a very different Manchester City. They're going to buy Harry Kane now, and Harry Kane's going to go to a club that's got more chance of winning trophies than Spurs, even though Spurs won today. But, you know, I think that the perfect team talk for Nuno today was, look, Harry Kane wants to leave you to go and play for them. That's an inspiration. Then you've got the fans as well. So look, you know, I've seen plenty of opening day shocks, and I think we've seen a bit of we've seen a big opening day shock here today. Harry Kane to Man City, I think it will happen. Harry Kane winning titles, trophies at Man City will therefore happen. But you know what? I think football's the winner today because Man City and Spurs, you know, Man City are this big club that have got a great manager and a great squad and have won many trophies over the last 10 years. They've basically come into football with a cheat code. And they've been very successful with it. Spurs are going to lose a player that's their captain, that's probably one of the best players they've had, to Manchester City. That's a little victory for Spurs today. They're not going to win the big victory. They're not going to win the league. They're not going to keep Harry Kane. But they have beaten the team that Harry Kane's going to go to. And, you know, fair play. They deserve to win today. They deserve to win today. And as I said, Lucas Moura was absolutely superb. Definitely man of the match for me. I don't know what you thought. And they totally deserve to win that game. And I would have been happy for Spurs if they'd won that game, not deserving it. In some ways, that's more funny. But from a United point of view, very happy. And I'm sure Liverpool and Chelsea fans feel the same because the opening weekend's been fantastic for us. We've got 3 points. We've all won comfortably. And Man City, who are the team to catch, are 3 points behind us already. This is why, if United go and win the next 5 games that are all winnable, I'd expect it. Well, we're going to be at least 3 points ahead of City. And that's the thing. Get in front and stay there. So it's a cracking weekend in that sense. Well done to Spurs. Absolutely fantastic today. City weren't. That's the way it is. Make sure you smash the like on the video and subscribe. And I'll speak to you all very soon.